Hello and welcome to this edition of War on Parroting. And if you saw my last show, it was about how Texas has a law to, if you're a drunk driver and kill a parent, that you are responsible for their children as far as monetarily. And it's a pretty good law. I would like to see something like that go nationwide, but it should be something that not only protects children from drunk drivers, but from perverts, people that rape children. And just so that we don't get too much nasty mail, which I don't read anyway, but I don't have the time for it, and I do suffer from migraines, and that's why I have these glasses, and they help. So we're going to start off with a list of Democratic and Republican officials convicted of sex crimes with minors. This website is 2 years old. I kept it as a PDF, and I'll show you how to get to it on the website, and if it ain't there, I'm going to try to figure out how to put it on my webpage. Okay? So, let's go over to take a look at this. And we're starting out with the Democrats. And there's quite a few of them, and it goes back quite a few years. And like I said, I'm not going to read these to you because it take me forever with my dyslexia. But this is where you want to go, right here. That's where you want to go to get this page. It's on Reddit, so it'll more than likely be there. The Trump administration probably won't be able to get that taken down. Of course, he might because of his history. But so those there, and we got a couple pages of Democrats. All different. I mean, they all different walks of life. Then you got the Republican, which Tim Nolan, presidential campaign in Kentucky, he pled guilty, serving 20 years, which he probably won't serve that many. But you have all these Republicans too. Most of the red states, if you take a look at a website that is up, and I'll do that in another episode because this is going to take quite a while. So we have all these Republicans, we had all the Democrats, and we're going to get some more Democrats, but the reason why I think they put them down below the Republicans is because I think they're only Democrat in name. If you look at the people's name, like here's the start: Democrat donor billionaire Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, that, as we know, was Donald Trump's best bud, and you got the Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein. You've got quite a few others here that are Democrat. They're listed as Democrats, but sometimes you look into the background and it makes no difference. They're listed as a Democrat, so they're Democrats. And there's pages of it. So Jimmy 2 years ago, well, upvoted for the going of both parties instead of just the one that you dislike. So that's what we're trying to stay away from. It's both parties. And here's a list of political, you can get it from Wikipedia too. And you can get that, all you have to do is go here and you can get that page. And it goes way back, the 1800s and stuff. So, and it tells you which one's Democrat, which one, what party they belong to, and so forth and so on. So, those are two really good websites to go to. Here's Donald Trump's Wikipedia, and I download it. It's in PDF form. I keep it in PDF form so that I have it in my computer. But so I have proof of what I'm putting out, and so this is you can check that out. And I have to give kudos to this, it's a student news website, Northern Essex Community College, Haverhill, and Lawrence, Massachusetts, that, I can't say her name, Brown Jackson, during her confirmation hearings, Senator Hawley accused being soft on pornography offenders. And there's a lot of judges that are soft on these people, because not all of them are indigent or just working jobs that get minimum wage. A lot of these people are millionaires and billionaires who can afford to pay for the damage they done to the person that they raped as a child, or that they have raped. I believe that rapists and pedophiles should pay for the counseling and the medical needs and for them getting their life back together. A lot of women lose faith in humanity when they're raped, and they box themselves in, and it takes a while. And so these rapists and pedophiles should pay, just like the alcoholics that have accidents and kill parents should pay. There should be no difference. This should be written into the Texas bill. And the Texas bill, instead of stopping the child support for a child that had their parents killed by a drunk driver at 19, it should go to 28, at least 21. But I say 28 because parents have to pay for their children's medical needs. They don't have to, but we can pay for our children's medical needs until, I believe it was 28 is what it was passed. And you see all these Republicans, giving up all that. Marjorie Taylor Greene making up that pro-pedophilia and so forth. And I'm probably going to get a lot of nasty garbage for this, but I put together the pedophile show. How can we expect politicians to make laws stopping these deprived and sinful acts when some of these politicians are predators? All of these people should not only go to prison, but they should pay for the counseling and support of their victims. And we go here, and Trump is with Jeffrey Epstein, and we all know what happened with the Miss Junior USA or Miss Junior Miss America or whatever you want to call it. Trump would walk in on these minor children in the nude, and he thought it was just something else. And he used to hang out with Jeffrey Epstein at the time. And so, I mean, he called Jeff Epstein the terrific guy who enjoyed younger women before denying his relationship with them. And then we got Trump's pastor that, prayed over him in the Oval Office and everything. And Trump went to his church, and Greg Abbott tapped him as an anti-trans bathroom bills. And here he is raping children. He now faces 100 years. He didn't get 100 years. I think he got about 20 years, which is a slap on the wrist, especially for what he did to this 12-year-old girl. And I'm not going to go into it. Then you got convicted donor giving teenage girls gives alcohol in exchange for sex. He was sentenced to 21 years. Tony Lazario. So then you have Donald Trump looking to make, and I asked this question, is Donald Trump looking to make America a country of pedophiles and rapists as he deports undocumented immigrants with their American children? Now that's a question I'm asking, because it seems like that's who Trump endorses and hangs out with. Now you got HHS Kristi Noem here hanging out with Rocky Hayes, a former GOP chair, and he faces 10 years in prison and $20,000 fine, which the fines aren't high enough. If you're a father like myself, and my kids were taken by somebody, and the state decided that somebody should keep my children without any due process, and I paid child support for almost 50 years because my mother put the child on welfare, and my child support was paid in 1994. I just got a letter last week stating from the IRS that my debt to the state of Connecticut has been solved. So, and here these pedophiles are paying $20,000. What? They're worth millions. They should pay millions. They wreck the kid's life. The child don't have the right to tell them that, oh yeah, let's have sex. So, dog killer Kristi Noem is hanging out with pedophiles. And here we go, North Dakota Republican senator. He went all the way to Prague to rape children. And he only faces 10 years in prison, but he'll probably end up just paying. I haven't looked up on what it does. Then you got our Florida Matt Gaetz. What a piece of trash. And I say that because, the way he acted in Congress and the way he acted, thinking that he was all that. So then we got the Ohio GOP committee member who has arrested for somebody under the age of 13. Now you got another, and I'm not sure if he's a Republican or Democrat, but He's a mayor of Lakeview. Now this guy gets 2 pages. Florida Sheriff Deputy School Resource Officer has been found guilty of rape of a student. Now, if you read all this, guilty of 16 felonies, 2 counts of sexual battery of a minor 18 to 20 years of old, and you know, and he was a sheriff deputy, Putnam County deputy in Florida. Here we go again. Massachusetts police officer Matthew Marshall, arrested for possession and distributing image of children sexually abused. So he's town of Brewster, and he's a Trump supporter. He's a Republican, and you know, a lot of this, it's not a Republican against Democrat. I'm an independent. I mean, here's an Alabama Army Battalion Command Sergeant, and owner of security down in Texas. I gave him 2. No, I didn't. I only gave him 1. But yeah, this is another one. Louisiana Sheriff Corporal, and he's registered as a Republican Party. That has neither here nor there. But this guy was really, and he got sentenced to 15 years in prison, and he'll be out and he'll be doing it again because he won't serve 15 years. This guy here, Alberta, Washington City Councilman, and this really disturbs me because voters elected Carter to the Everett in December, even though they knew that he was arrested for pedophilia. Now we have Chick-fil-A owner Stacey Austin, and he drove 400 miles to North Carolina to rape a 15-year-old. And he shouldn't be allowed in his stores. Most of the women that work in his stores are basically kids. They're 18 to I don't go in Chick-fil-A much, but you know, he shouldn't even be allowed in his stores. Now I asked this question because rapist Russell Brand is with Donald Trump Jr. here. So it's just a question: does hanging out with rapists and pedophiles run in the Trump family? It seems that would be my view on it, because of the people they hang out with. I mean, not all of them are rapists or pedophiles. And the Republican Party, the ones that are in the Senate and the House right now, are taking a blind eye to this. That, oh no, he can't do nothing wrong, when he does everything violating the rule of law, violating the Constitution. This is not where this country should be when I'm almost 70 years old. I thought we'd be a lot further and have a lot more common sense. And I think that's what's wrong with the Republicans, is they lost all their common sense, and all they want to do is hang out with people that hurt people and destroy people's lives, and that's wrong. And I used to have a lot of Republican thoughts back when I was an over-the-road truck driver, and people on welfare were trash, and then I got hurt. And that's a show I'm going to do on my other channel. Consider This with Charles Lake. And I usually do shows on explaining to people what happened to me, but I'm going to do another show on Social Security and how it's been made to fail, and the fact that Elon Musk, the moron, says that it's a Ponzi scheme. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's just underfunded because the rich don't pay their fair share. And I'll explain all that on that show, and I'll put a link to it on my War Against Parenting page, so that people know how to get there. And I hope you like this. I hope you subscribe. Give me a like if you like it. Give me a dislike if you don't like it. I don't read too many emails, even though my email's on there. I don't have time for it. I have a lot of doctors to see and things. I wear the funny glasses because I have migraines, and they seem to help me with the refresh rate on the computers. So I missed about 8 or 9 months of doing shows. I started a Patreon, and I'll explain everything on my Social Security show on how that's going to work. All right? So I hope you had a great day. I hope you enjoyed the show, and please give me a like, or if you really like it, give me a couple hearts, and I'd like to get my channel up and going, and I'll be doing more and more of these. So let's take a look at how America is treating parents when parents are bringing up the future. Okay? Have a good day. Where'd it go? There we are.